Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to another episode of the Soul Society podcast. I am Angie, psychic medium. This is Jenny, the Akashic Records practitioner. One day I'm going to stop being excited at saying that, but right now I'm going to keep doing that because I get it right. It's big words and I manage to get them. Okay. Today's episode, we've decided, is all about psychic readings. So, coming to someone like me to get a psychic reading or a mediumship reading, because some psychics do both. I know we have a bunch of questions here that Jenny's got put together. Her brain is amazing and thinks of really fun things. I've got answers and some input that you may or may not like, but we're going to find out. And by the end of this, if nothing else, we're going to have had fun and learned a lot about what it's like to go see psychic mediums, what happens in the readings, ways to prepare, even ways to tell whether or not your psychic may have been questionable. That is very important when you go to actually trust someone with your intimate details.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Cool. Jenny?
Yes.
Jenny, you have had a psychic reading before, yes?
I have had a psychic reading.
Okay. And did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. Well, to be honest, one time I had a psychic come up to me in a store. And this is shortly after my brother-in-law had died. And we were in a metaphysical store. And you could kind of see him lingering. You could tell he had something to say, but he didn't, like, should I say something? Should I not say something? And for me, bring it on. I loved it. I was excited about it, but he was very respectful. He came up and hit.
Nice.
I left there and wrote down everything that he had said. And then months, years down the road, I'm like, this is that. This is that, right? Like some of it, I'm always open and receptive. And then you start to see these things show up years down the road and you're like, so cool. So
Yes.
cool. Yeah. And also I have gone to one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
you've done it both ways. You've had them approach you and
Yes.
you've approached them.
Yes.
All right. Spirit is officially playing with my nose because I feel like there's feathers messing with my nose right now. So
if people wanted to have an appointment with you or with other psychics, where is a good place to find a psychic or a medium?
Sure, there are lots of places to do so. For someone like me, there's always online, right?
Yep.
If we're putting ourselves out there, usually it's because we have a website somewhere you can go and set up sessions along the way.
Sure.
Spirits, of course, already talking in my head, so please ignore the pauses. So I have my own website. There are people who have websites. There are those who go to metaphysical stores.
Yeah.
I have a local store that I do readings at, a full day of readings once a month, and then a spirit circle once a month as well. And those are, instead of an individual reading, it's a handful of us in a room together, and the readings come through, and then we have to figure out who they belong to. Kind of like you would think of the old psychics on TV in those big giant rooms with people.
Yes.
It's just a smaller group for that.
And a friendly reminder, I've been to some of those too.
You have.
I've been
seen
to
me
many
do
of them.
this.
I love my psychic that I go to at those.
Yes. And being my friend, when I get messages, you get them. Because I do know you're open, and it's really fun to have friends that I can do that with. You can also go to psychic fairs. A lot of conference centers will have psychic fairs where they'll just have a whole bunch of people who do metaphysical things, not just psychics, but psychics are often there.
Yes.
And you can literally just sit down with them at their table or their booth and get a reading right there. Where else can we do them? Sometimes they randomly walk up to you. But to be honest, you were in a metaphysical store. That's a little bit different.
Yes.
Having someone randomly walk up to you on the street and give you a psychic reading, right. I would personally question them. But we'll get into that a little later.
Right. Right.
A right time and a wrong time for things, right? Of
Right.
course, there's people on TV.
Yes.
So,
And I'm wondering too if there's a way of, doing a bit of research before you go see a psychic, what they can and can't do, where are there other recommendations, like what would be my question here? Are there
that's
any
a good question, Jenny. Your
I'm just
question
wondering
is,
if
what
there's
is my
any
question?
telltale signs of things that might raise a red flag for you as far as looking for a psychic.
Well, let's think about it step by step. If you've never had a psychic, did you start with my spirit circle or did you come? You've never actually had a one-on-one reading with me, so you're
No.
just my spirit circles.
Yeah.
So you can do something like a spirit circle
That's a good
to see
idea.
what the person is like. You don't always get readings in those circles because what comes through is usually meant for who needs to hear it the most at that time. But it's a great way to see if you jive with someone. But if we start from the very beginning, say I'm someone who has never had a psychic reading and I want to have one, I would personally start by looking at the local metaphysical stores.
Yes.
Because those are going to be tested. They're going to be a little bit more regulated.
Yep.
And held to a different standard
Sure.
than necessarily walking and seeing a psychic out in some, I don't know, fair, right?
Sure.
Like there are events. You can actually find psychics sitting in
Sure.
booths in events as well.
Sure.
I went to the Cranberry Festival up north a couple years back, and there were like 2 or 3 of them. Right? So, hey, why not? It's a fun way of doing readings. And they are absolutely like, right, they can be legit too. I'm not saying that they aren't.
Of course.
But if it's your first time and you don't know what to expect,
yes,
I do suggest going to one that is a little bit more vetted just so that you get the best experience possible.
Yes. Yeah.
Otherwise, you can go to anybody. The goal is to find someone who feels comfortable to you.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of different psychics, all coming from different spaces with different types of readings and different ways of giving messages.
Yeah.
Some of us are fun and spunky. Like if you're interacting with my team and I, you're probably going to laugh most of the way through it unless we have you crying, and then it'll be both.
Right.
There are some people who talk more doom and gloom, but there are others who like that, right? They're looking for that sort of presentation and that sort of belief system. Cat. Hi, Teppy. Distraction. We're going to have those. Today is a cat day. We're on cat number 2 already.
And my cat just heard.
Of course. So today our familiars are making it known that they're here and they love us. So if you see them walk by, feel free to just grin and be a part of it. See? They are definitely making a point today because
they are.
It's how it is. I kind of want to go back, though, because I only got halfway through the questions before Teppy interrupted.
Yeah, good. Sorry. Go back.
I'm going to try and keep some sort of balance here. This will be a fun one to edit. This one might be chaos, people. So finding a store that you trust is great. Finding someone who interests you that can do what you like them to do. Different psychics also have different specialties. Mm-hmm. Some people may not want a psychic medium. Some people would prefer a tarot reader, which is also a form of psychic ability. Some, not always. Some of them don't even have the psychic abilities, but still, it's a different type of reading, but you still get that same extra information. So figuring out what type of reading you want, finding someone that feels comfortable to you, and then, making sure that you go with some sort of idea of why you want to go. You technically don't have to. I do have plenty of people that come in and say, I don't know why I'm here. What can you tell me about why I'm here?
Right.
There are those days, and those are understandable.
Yeah.
Especially the further someone gets into their own spiritual awakening, they learn to follow those nudges.
Yes.
And so it's not uncommon for them to be there. But
Yes.
if you have something that is bothering you, if you
Yep.
have something you specifically want answers on, please come with that topic in mind. And please don't be afraid to tell the person. You don't have to give them details, but just tell them, I am looking for information on this topic.
Yeah.
Right?
And
if you aren't comfortable giving them the details because you want them to prove themselves or to confirm, then please at least have the topic in hand. Not only does that help you keep track of everything that you want to talk about and make sure you get as much out of your as you can, it also helps the psychic and the spirits to know how to focus the
yeah.
session.
Yes. Well, and I think too, it's such a co-creative process.
It is.
I know we might get into this later, but you know, sometimes you're seeing symbols or hearing messages and they need to help translate that for you.
Oh,
like
yeah.
So it is very co-creative. And if people have questions, certainly that helps. Where am I in this? So yeah.
Exactly.
Like
and one of the funnier things from the psychic standpoint is there is stuff that I come across that I seriously question if I should say it because it makes no sense to me. Learning to trust to say it anyway and then realizing that it makes perfect sense to them has been one of those beautiful mind-blowing moments of, oh, okay, doesn't matter if it makes sense to me, say it and see what happens.
Right. Yes. Yep. I like that.
So yeah, questions. I have some beautiful people who come see me that it's like being on a conference call where they have very specific lists and we go check them as they go, and it is chaos. 30 minutes of chaos. Just what's this and what's this and what's this and what's this. That's fine.
Right.
I don't personally care.
Yes.
Right? It is co-creative. It is partly me doing my thing, and they're also paying me as a service.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that we both get as much out of this as possible.
Yes.
And that we have some kind of fun while we do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. So are there things that you can and can't do?
Let me figure out how to properly word this. Every psychic has their limits. Every psychic has things they're good at and they're not good at.
Yeah.
We are learning, just like anyone else. It's a muscle that you have to practice. I will flat out tell people I'm not the best with names. Right. I am getting better at it.
Yes.
And depending on the day, some days I can get them, some days I can't. It depends on my own energy that day or my own belief systems or how clearly the spirits are coming through.
Yes.
We all have things that we're strong at and things that we're weak at. And being willing and able to look someone in the face and say, I am not the right person to give you that answer.
Yes.
Is a very important part of being able to trust a psychic, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So it is something that I make sure that I do.
Yes.
I will also personally do that for people that, if I'm giving a reading, and within the first 5 to 10 minutes, it's clearly not jiving, and it's more of a struggle than anything else.
Yeah.
I have no problems telling them that I am not the right psychic for them because it shouldn't have to be a struggle.
Yeah. Right.
If it's a struggle, then our energies are just fighting each other, and whatever's trying to come through, either the person themselves isn't ready to hear it, or it's just we're having a bad day. It could be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
None of it's bad, none of it's horrible, none of it's some big deal. But I have no problems looking at someone and being like, all right, not quite the right person. And most places will then refund you your money or whatnot and not make you go through the process of sitting there.
Sure.
Continuing to struggle. Being honest with people is the most important part of having relationships. And for me, psychic readings are relationships.
Yeah. Do you ever think maybe you're being protected too sometimes? Would your guides ever protect you possibly from who's Yeah.
That's actually kind of funny. I have a very active, I don't want to have to prove myself to anyone anymore energy.
Yes.
I
Yes.
have noticed that a few times that has happened
Yep.
when I've sat down and tried to give the messages
Yes.
and they're not quite working right. Any other people look at me and go, well, I knew exactly who I wanted to hear from and exactly what I wanted them to tell me to prove that they were there.
Right.
So that 100% is my spirits going, nah, this ain't going to work with us in our energy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Not for me. Other
Right.
people can absolutely do that. But
Yes.
I have an active energy of
Yes.
I am not here to prove myself.
Right.
It either does so naturally or I don't care.
Yes.
Because I have spent most of my life with people
Right.
demanding proof that, frankly, it's not fair to constantly be asking me,
Yes.
and I'm tired of it. So it's just this is who I am, and I'm not the right psychic for people who want that, and kudos to them for wanting that.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely, I understand from an I need to be able to have this information to trust you.
Yes.
It's just our energies don't line up, and that's fine.
Perfect. Good to know that too. The earlier, the better.
And it's okay to be in a psychic reading and be like, this is not working for me.
Right.
I don't think you're the right psychic for me either.
Right.
Right. In those cases, I can't guarantee you'll get your money back.
Right.
But it at least keeps you from getting,
Yes.
if you're truly frustrated and the person's really bothering you, you don't have to stay.
Yeah. Can you kind of also talk a little bit about kind of future? With what clarity can you predict future? Talk.
So when you go in to have a reading, there are things that we're good at, things that we aren't.
Mm-hmm.
But the one constant, consistent thing that is important for everyone to understand is that the future is not set in stone.
Right.
It is not fixed. It is not, this is how it's going and it's going to be this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when a psychic gives a prediction, there is absolutely the possibility that it can be 100% right in that moment.
Yep.
Then based on the information you got in that reading, you walk out of that store, change something, and your entire life directory changes too. And so too does that path.
Yes.
So there are so many different paths, and we are constantly jumping between the different timelines and changing our own futures, that psychic readings, getting predictions, really the best way to deal with that is to kind of put them on a shelf and be like, okay, this is a possibility.
Yes.
And then go about your life and see if it happens.
Yeah.
Or if it's something you don't want to happen, to start shifting things in your world to stop them from happening or to change it.
That's kind of what I think about when I do my tarot readings. It's like based on the energies of today, this is the reading, right? So again, how do you feel? You can change it. Here are some good questions, but yeah, exactly what you're saying.
I put that caveat on pretty much everything based on things as they are right now.
Exactly.
If you don't like this, what can we do to change it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
The times that it gets funny for me is when spirit is like, there are a few things that spirit will be like, hey, this is happening, period.
Oh yeah. And I think that's,
And when those come up, it always gives me those internal cringe moments of, I don't want to promise someone something that I'm not sure is going to happen. And they're like, it's going to happen. I'm like, I know you know this, but I'm human and I doubt everything. So even during readings, there are those cringe moments. And I have no problems looking at people and being like, yeah, they're saying this. My human side's questioning it. I'm going to leave that to you.
I like that. I like that. How soon after someone has passed is it good to go to see a psychic if they'd like to connect with that person? Do you have any recommendations on that?
Yep. For the mediumship side of things, there aren't technically any rules.
Okay.
I have had people come to me that the person just recently passed. I've had them come to me when it's been a while, right? There are things to keep in mind. There is a suggestion out there to wait 6 months. Most people don't. It seems like a long time. But you have to keep in mind that when someone passes, even when it's a positive passing, your body, your brain, your everything is going to grieve.
Right.
And when you are in that grieving space, you yourself, the energy that you have active, does affect the way that you receive the information that's coming through.
Right.
Some people's grief can actually stop the spirit from coming through.
Yep. Yep.
Some people's doesn't, right? I've had spirits that passed a week ago. The spirit itself is also going through its own healing and grieving stage. And that can affect its ability to communicate.
Yep.
So the further through the grief process you are, the easier and more comfortable it's going to be for you.
Yeah.
And very often, the clearer the messages are going to be able to come through because of that.
Yeah. That makes
so
sense.
Just try to pay attention to your own energies. Not that I don't mean to be sitting here blaming everything on the other side, on the people that I'm reading. 100% not. There is plenty of my own faults that I take, and I'm constantly looking and adjusting and shifting. There is just not a lot out there that talks about things like this, right?
Yes.
Most people go into it thinking that a psychic can get information no matter what, or that the only person who has the power in this room is the psychic.
Right. Right.
But the truth is, I'm sitting here connecting to your energy too to be able to talk to your things, and your energy is 50% of the reading.
Yes.
So if you come in truly open, truly ready to have fun, it's going to make a huge difference compared to someone who comes in tense, afraid of what's going to happen.
Yes.
It's going to be a very different reading.
When you're answering the next question that, is how should
That's
the client...
because I'm psychic.
How the client shows up, right? Open-minded, knowing this is a co-creative process, the prove it to me, coming in with that energy it's never gonna, it's not gonna go well for you.
There's this so not magical thing called law of attraction.
Yes.
Which is just a part of life. Your belief systems affect everything. Your belief systems even affect things like spirit interactions and psychic readings. You are 50% of the reading. You are 50% of what comes through, whether or not you realize it.
Yeah.
And if you are actively strong enough in the you have to prove yourself to me, or I don't believe in psychics, or I don't believe in spirits.
Right.
Or sometimes the biggest energy is, I want to hear from this person, but I'm not hearing from them, and that fear of not hearing from them can keep you from being able to hear from them.
Yes.
There's so much energetically involved in this that people don't seem to realize.
Yes.
On both sides.
Yeah.
If I sit from a space of being afraid to give you a message, I'm going to keep that message from coming through.
Yes. And
I have to keep my energy in check the entire day.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I also read for people in a different way. We work hard to show up as clear as possible when we see people. So we're talking about the client, but also, and I know you do this, but how we show up matters too. It makes a huge difference. And that's kind of, professionals know we need to show up as clear as possible, an open channel. So we work hard prior to that reading to show up in this way
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
I realize that I sometimes come across as harsh when it comes to some of this. I have been studying psychics since I was a child, trying to figure out how to be a respectful,
Yep.
kind,
Yes.
caring psychic that is not hurting people.
Yeah.
My biggest conversations with spirits has always been, I don't want to hurt someone.
Yeah, we're here.
I watched
self-hurt.
people like Sylvia Brown destroy people's lives.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
I don't want to do that. You don't need
right.
to. She's a very old one from my childhood. Right? I mean, apparently she helped people too, because even those who, right, we all have our off days.
Yes.
I don't want to be that person.
No.
It bothers me when I get messages that are basically cliche. And I will flat out tell people, I'm like, I'm sorry, this sounds so freaking cliche, but this is what they tell me and I need to put it out there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
But because I have worked so hard to get myself to a space where I can be the best possible person to the people sitting in front of me, I do have an expectation that the people will give me the respect and the kindness back.
And we show up in that way. We've set our ego aside, because again, if your ego's in the room, you're not getting clear things.
Exactly.
Anyways. And the inner work, you have had to have done an inner work to show up and understand that. So, yeah.
I have beaten the crud out of my shadow side to be able to do this properly.
Oh yeah, that there's a.
Just all I'm asking is be kind and understand I'm also human.
I know. Oh, I know.
I love the people. I love the people who walk in and I'm like, I'm sorry, I haven't got the chance to eat lunch today. Do you mind if I eat while I'm doing your reading?
Right.
They never mind.
No,
but it's so
great.
funny. And you know what? I end up having these fantastic, like, human interactions with people.
Yeah.
Versus playing that I'm the psychic and I'm somehow all powerful and mystical.
I love that.
No, I'm human. I'm goofy. I'm silly. I fall apart. You cry, I might cry back. You never know. We'll find out.
And I love like the it's so fun talking to you too, because like what to expect. Okay, now you're in the reading.
Now I'm in the reading.
What to expect with your psychic. You know, this is going to be a fun little coffee side chat.
With me, it's chaos. Organized checklist chaos. But everyone's different.
Yes. Right? What else can people expect, in a psychic reading with you and without you?
With me, it is organized chaos, as my life is in general. Without me, there's lots of different people, lots of different reading styles. Right. The one and only psychic reading I've ever been to, because for some reason I have trouble trusting psychics. See, it's not just you guys. I'll change this. I had my palm read for the first time over the weekend. That was fun.
I bet.
Still not sure I trust her, but she was right on some accounts. Right. So I know she was getting something.
Yes.
Either way, it was fun, and I will absolutely enjoy that. So the one person that did my psychic reading, I went in with an expectation, which was completely bad on my part. She was an online podcast psychic, so listening to her story, it was very much like mine, and I made the erroneous belief that she worked like me because we had such similar backgrounds.
Okay.
And it's very different. When I do readings, I'm very much a part of the reading, right? I can channel information and give you information while staring you in the face and having a conversation.
Right.
Not all psychics can do that.
No.
Some channel. Yeah. Some do the Akashic Record stuff like you do, where it takes you a minute to go and get the information, and then you have to hold on to that and then try to hold on to that while you share it.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas for me, it's just this constant stream that's coming through, and all I have to do is let my mouth do the work.
Right.
So every psychic's different.
Yes.
Some people do need you to hold your questions until the end.
Yep.
I will do that, right? It's not up to you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to know
Yeah.
how to do it all beforehand.
Yes.
It is up to the psychic to explain to you what they need.
Yes.
And they usually do so either beforehand when you sign up or in the reading themselves. We usually have a spiel of this is who I am, this is how this is going to work. And it goes from there.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of people who bring you items or photos?
Some people do.
Okay.
Some people. Hang on. Distracted. Conversation in my head. There's a lot of this that happens in psychic readings. Thank you for the. This is a lot of what happens in psychic readings. I'm talking and then it's, wait, let me share this information with you. Spirits like it when you bring their items. That's what I just was informed.
Ooh.
So you don't have to. Not every psychic needs it. I don't need an item to interact with a spirit.
Right.
Is it fun to have? Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm going to speak what they're speaking right now and just share it with you in the fact that for the spirit, my God, you guys, you're right. I am so sorry. I've sat here talking about what it's like for the psychic, and we've talked about what it's like for the client. We completely forgot to talk about what it's like for the spirit.
Why would we leave them out? Rude.
Because we don't think about these things.
Got it. Yes. Did they not know we had that somewhere down the line of a question?
No, what they know is that it's their job to remind us, and that's what they just did.
Exactly.
Because they are well aware of how scattered we are on any given day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that.
So, as expressed, for the spirit, they usually know when you're going. They usually know what you want to know about because it's constantly going through your head. They're well aware of everything that you want to know.
Yeah.
But there are things you can do to help reach a specific spirit.
Yeah.
Going to a psychic when you know you're having a reading. Feel free to bring an item if you want. It's not required, but if you have one, absolutely. They just put me a picture of like a person bringing this giant like stuffed flamingo because it belonged to someone. Perhaps keep it a small item, okay?
That's hilarious.
Be mindful on the item you're bringing.
I'm going to bring a big stuff next time I see you.
Giant stuffed flamingos. Of course, it had to be a flamingo. Right, so bring an item. Go ahead if you want to. You don't have to. Pictures work too. The only reason you need to do this, the whole purpose of this, can also be done simply by focusing on the specific person that you want to interact with.
Yes.
What you're doing is you're setting an intention. You are activating that spirit's energy in yourself enough that the spirit can then use that with the psychic and kind of help blend that energy together so that it's easier for me to connect specifically with that energy.
Yes.
I love getting people to talk about the people that they're trying to reach if they're willing to. Obviously, it's up to them. If they're willing to, it activates that, and then that spirit is drawn to that energy and pop, there they are.
Yes.
I don't even have to wait while my team goes and grabs them. They're just like, and I'm here.
I like that.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you are. You can be sitting at home on the couch. If you start focusing on that loved one that you miss, they're there.
Yeah.
Because they feel that ping and they're going to pop in and see.
I know. I like
so
that.
So it works the same in psychic readings as well.
Yep.
You don't have to sit there and like tumble over and over, but just take some time to go through a memory before you go, right? It does help. Yeah. The items, the pictures, they're just tangible ways of doing the same thing.
Yeah. So let's continue on that thought process. Are you talking through your guides, their guides, your guides to you? Are you connecting direct to their energy field? How would you say, and maybe it's different depending on who you're
different
connecting
psychics do it different ways.
And how you filter through your gut, how would you explain your process or in general the process?
Absolutely. So There's a couple of different paths I can go down with this one. And I overthink everything when I'm connected with spirit, because you saw my brain just do there's 5 paths. Which ones do I want to go down?
You need to pause so you can write
No,
it
we're
down.
good. No, we're good. I got this. No, I just wait for them to light one up and down I go. When I am this connected,
Lined up.
they are basically in charge, and that's fine.
Yes. And who would you say is in charge?
So,
Your
in charge,
guides?
yes.
Yeah.
I am always connected to my own spirit guides.
Okay.
Okay. They are also connected to the overarching spiritual world, which is billions and trillions and numbers we can't even imagine of spirits that are all connected like the Borg in Star Trek, that have access to everyone else's energy and thoughts and you name it.
Yep.
Technically, my own soul is connected there too. If you really want to get technical, I am connected to my own soul, thus all the shadow work. My own soul is then translating all the information from my specific spirit guides.
Yes.
At the same time, in a mediumship reading, because we are working together to make this happen, technically, I am also feeling the energy of the people in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have any other spirit that wants to be involved that isn't a part of my team, usually there as well.
Yep.
So, a psychic reading at the current place that I'm at, we're in this room with this table. It's an adorable little fake fireplace. And usually it's me, the person I'm reading for, and quite a packed room of spirits.
Yes.
They don't all have to be in the room. I'm getting information from all over, right?
Yep.
But it is not uncommon for there to be quite a lot going on in this one little room.
Yes.
When I am getting information, so the way that psychics work, there's a couple of different ways it can work. I have personally found that some psychics are able to get better information out of the person's energy in front of them than they get from the spirits.
Okay. Yep.
And then there are others who do the opposite. They're stronger at getting information from the spirits than they are from the energy in front of them.
Yes.
I am the latter.
Okay.
I feel the person in front of me. I'm interacting with the person in front of me. But my goal is to interact and get information directly from spirit.
Sure.
So the difference would be the evidence and information that comes to me may not be as clear because I am not filtering it through their filter. I am giving it directly from spirit to me using my own filter.
Yeah.
There are some spirits who are better at evidence because it gets filtered through the person in front of them.
Sure.
Did I say some spirits that are better at evidence? They're laughing at me. Some psychics that are better at evidence. All of a sudden, there was a group of laughter in my head. There was some psychics are better at organized chaos. I told you. Some psychics are better at filtering it through the person in front of them.
Yes.
So that all of the information, while it's still coming from the spirits, is coming in a language that may feel more familiar to them.
Sure.
Or a little bit more clear to them.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anyone is better than the other or worse than the other. It's just a different way of doing it.
Sure. Yeah. And
so I tend to work in concepts I give evidence. I'm not saying that I don't. No. I wouldn't have repetitive people if I wasn't good at that. Sure. But I also go deep down the rabbit hole of this spirit's an alien and not a family member. So let's have a conversation about you and aliens, shall we?
Yeah.
So I open up to different things or different information comes through because of the way that I connect.
Mm-hmm. And would you say there's a certain clair that's stronger for you, how you receive your messages?
I technically use them all.
Yeah. Okay.
Some psychics, like clairvoyants, specifically focus using, that would be vision. So they see their information.
Yes.
For me, all of mine are pretty strong at this point. It is actually a spirit by spirit basis of what gets used.
Right. Okay. That's
so
cool.
I have some spirits that come through. You've sat in a spirit circle with me.
Yes.
That is the best evidence because you get to watch me interacting with multiple
different
spirits.
one. Yes. Yes.
Right? So
Yep.
for one spirit that comes through, I might be giving lots of audible stuff because I'm hearing it and I'm just giving these words and giving lots of that. And then I let go of that reading. I attach to someone else comes in and starts talking to me. They don't attach to me, but they connect with me because they have to connect to my energy. And say it's an earthbound spirit that's more physical. And now suddenly I'm trying to figure out in my own body how to tell a story using feelings. And those are so hard to put that information out there.
Yes. So,
and then the next spirit is all visual.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing this, and this. I don't know what it means. Have fun with that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's
and
really
so it is a spirit by spirit basis.
You
it's not
described that
necessarily
well.
just the psychic.
Yes, you described that really, really well. Yeah. Have you had anything that like was so cool coming through? Like, holy, like that was fun. Have you had any of those of like?
Oh, I love it when the aliens come and play. I really do.
That's great.
They're just. I will talk about aliens left and right because they are the most straight-laced, funniest beings, and they never mean to be funny, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah,
so they tend to leave really cool messages. And
I was going to say, what are their reasonings to come through and give messages?
They're spirit beings just like we are.
Yeah.
They are the same souls that are in us in other bodies.
Yes.
So they do all of the same things and give all of the same messages that a spirit, like a spirit guide or a family member would.
Okay.
Because technically an alien can be a family member from a different life.
Sure. And does that feel different? Like how do you know, like, okay, this isn't
their energy is very different.
It's very different.
Yes. So like someone from a spirit from the spirit world that is just hanging out on that side feels very different than an alien, which feels very different than a earthbound spirit, which feels very different than a spirit in a human's body, which feels very different than an angel. Right. There's all sorts of different energies that you get to learn to tune to and understand.
Yeah. How long would you say it took you to kind of like figure out that?
Oh, that's been a lifetime of learning.
Yeah, I bet it has. Yeah,
it's been a lifetime of what is that feeling?
Right.
And following it until I understand what that feeling is. And then from there, when it comes back, I know what it is.
Right. Right.
So it has literally been a lifetime of curiosity of what is that? What does that mean for me?
Yeah, that's so cool. So cool. Yeah.
I think one of my favorite messages or spirits that came through was a spirit that showed herself as both a human and a horse.
Oh, right.
At the beginning, she referenced a horse, but then turned herself into a human female. And as we went through this reading, we realized that this was a spirit that was in a horse, that the person I was giving a reading for, her daughter was working with this horse at like an equine place. And it was literally the horse giving her this beautiful message of how much she loved and wanted to protect her daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that is amazing to me because it is so beyond, I can't make that shit up. I'm creative, but I'm not that creative. Right? In the moment, it's like, why would I go down that path? So it is so neat to watch these types of messages come through and to see how intertwined everything is.
Yeah. And
I have some people who come for readings that they have become basically my favorite drama shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She knows it too. I have one specifically and she knows it. We come in and it's like, oh, it's going to be a fun session. What's happening now? I create relationships with people. They've basically, most of my repeat people just feel like friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we have fun following the stories along the way.
I have a follow-up question to that. So would that one have been like come through as a visual, the horse thing, or do you just kind of know this is what it is? I'm kind of curious on that.
That one came through. The initial was a visual because she showed me the horse.
Yep.
And she showed me the horse shifting into a human female.
Yes.
But then as because they have access to all of the different things, it's not like they just pick one. There's
Right.
usually one
Yeah.
stronger than the
Yep.
other.
Yeah.
But like I was visually seeing it,
Yep.
but then I was also feeling the love, and I
Yes.
was feeling
Yep.
the message was coming through
Yep.
audibly along with the visual, along
Yes.
with that.
Yes.
So they technically use all of them.
Yes. Yep.
Sometimes I get the smells and the tastes
Yep.
and I had one poor person walk in and I look at him and I'm like, why does it suddenly taste and smell like pot in here? It wasn't the person in front of me.
Right.
Turned out it was definitely connected to the spirit.
Right. So cool.
But what a neat piece of evidence that I would never have considered.
Yep. Yeah. Do you have fun symbols too? Like if I see, let's say, a log cabin, I know it's this. Do you have you developed kind of a language, or you didn't really need to because you get the answers?
Oh, it's definitely easier to have those.
Okay.
I am not as structured as some of the psychics you see on TV that have very, very specific symbols that mean very specific things for them.
Yes.
But there are definitely signs and symbols that mean things to me.
Yes.
That I have put together with spirit to be able to give clearer messages.
Okay.
And don't get me wrong, even through years of doing this, I am still constantly refining that.
Sure.
I am regularly looking at them going, all right, challenge me, give me something new. And they're doing that even without me asking because they know I'm open to it.
Yeah.
So we are always shifting and changing those.
Yes. Yes.
But they're really, really good at pulling things from my memory or things from my experience that help me to understand the concept, if nothing else.
Yes.
Some of it's things that I will not even remember consciously, that I will have come back as, oh, I completely forgot I did that once upon a time. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
Or like if they're talking about a grandmother, they might show one of mine.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a personality.
Yes.
And then I see that image of my own grandmother, and then they give me the impression of personality.
Yes.
I know some sign language. They use that a lot too.
Right.
They will show me signs in my visions and stuff too to mean certain things.
So cool.
Whatever they have access to, they will use to get the point across.
Yeah. Is there, kind of maybe to wrap this up a little bit, is there anything else you would like people to know about psychic readings from your experience or their experience? Do you have anything else?
I do.
Ooh.
I would really like to have a conversation with you and anyone who is listening about how to tell whether or not you can trust a psychic. Because that's a lot of fear out there, and rightfully so. Sure. Clearly, I have my own issues with it. A psychic has to feel right for me. Like there has to be this specific energy for me to want to go to them.
Yes.
Please know that every psychic out there works from a different energy, and I would be lying if I said that there aren't fakes out there. Period. There are people who will take advantage of you. And some of those people are legit psychics, and they still take advantage of you. This happens. I hate that it happens, 100%. But it is a part of, unfortunately, humanity, because there's people like that everywhere. The goal in any psychic reading is please don't trust everything they say as 100% fact ever.
Right.
You have to keep your own discernment open. I remind people on a regular basis, do not just take what I say and decide it is truth all the way.
Sure.
I'm wrong sometimes.
Sure.
Did you know that to be considered psychic, you only have to be right 55 to 60% of the time?
Oh, wow. Okay. Right.
That's a lot of gray area over here.
Sure.
Right? So please know we're not always right.
Yep.
You're human. Things change.
Yep.
Future changes. We are human, correct?
Yep.
Please take everything that is said to you with a grain of salt and put it against your own truth mechanisms. Test it against what feels good to you, what feels right to you.
Yes.
And if something doesn't feel good to you or doesn't feel right to you, feel free to just leave that to the side.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the person's horrible. It doesn't mean they're taking advantage of you. if a psychic comes up to you outside of a normal space where you would
Sure.
interact with a psychic,
Yes.
be hesitant.
Yeah.
You don't have to push them away. You can listen to them. Anybody who is asking you for money to fix an issue, anyone who is telling you that you have some curse put on you and
Oh yeah. Right.
they want to help you get rid of that.
Yeah.
It seems like it seems like these are things from the past. But honestly, just a few years ago, I had a friend that sent me a message from a psychic they followed online who sent them a personal message that was literally hey, I really feel like I know you and our energies jive and there's this long history thing and
Yeah.
I really want to help you with this.
Yes.
No, that's called taking advantage of
Yeah.
you. I was on the same profile because I was following them, and most of what they did was legit. But they
Right.
tried messaging me that too, and I responded in a way that they didn't like, and they cut me off. Right?
Right.
Keep in mind that some people will try to take advantage of you. That does not mean everyone will.
Yeah.
You should not have to pay for money for anything more than you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as a psychic, I will recommend books. I will recommend things in the store because there's
Sure.
fantastic tools if
Sure.
they will help with you.
Yeah.
But I will never look at you and be like, to connect with this person or to
Yes.
do this thing, you're going to have to pay me money, especially if it's a large amount of money.
Sure.
I would pay attention to people's personalities. Always look psychics up before you go, even if it's just reading their bios on a store website.
Yeah.
At a store is different. How about outside of that? Online. We'll focus with online, right? Don't just assume that because the person is on a podcast and they sound like they have great point of evidence here, that because they sound like they have everything put together, they're going to be the right person for you.
Right.
I clearly went through that myself. She had a great session. Great information. Some of it very much aligned with me. Some of it didn't feel right, and that's fine too.
Yeah. Yep.
Know that no psychic reading is ever going to be 100%. But if you are sitting in a psychic reading and 99% of it just feels wrong and uncomfortable to you, don't trust it.
Sure.
That simple.
Yep.
Use your own instincts. Use your own feelers to determine where you stand. Mm-hmm. And if the psychic reading is fear-based at all, question it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because no one coming from a space of fear is getting all of the information. Yeah.
Yep. I like that. That's 100% accurate.
Anything else you can think of, Jenny?
No, I think I great job.
Hey, thanks. Spirit team just pointed out that here I am talking about how positive and fun I am as a psychic, and I'm dressed completely in gothic black.
Oh.
Wearing my gothic black thing. I'm a dark psychic today. Fits the mode of the day.
That's
human.
Hilarious.
I notice you're wearing dark too, so it's just.
I know. I have my. Yep. Yep.
I like it.
No, thank you so much.
How about you, Jenny?
Huh?
How about you? Do you have any tips and tricks for psychics, having been to them? Not only have you been to one, you walked up to this psychic and was like, hey, I want to do an Akashic Records reading on you. Let's be friends. And now you're stuck with me. That's point in fact. Don't necessarily go up to the psychic and try to be friends, because not everyone wants that, or you'll be stuck with them.
Be careful which psychic you become friends with.
I was going to say both sides. It could go both ways.
No, I feel like you did a good job of answering all my thoughts and all my questions. And
it's a topic I've put a lot of thought into.
You've lived it.
All right. On that note, I think we're wrapping this up because I've once again answered all of Jenny's questions. Until at least the next time we do this, feel free to send us messages on the website, thesoulsociety.net. Jenny is on TikTok. I will have her information posted in the videos so that you can reach us and follow us and go from there. We are so grateful for you guys, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.